Hi, second grade. It's Mrs. Jones. I'm going to show you how to create a Prezi for your animal ecosystem project. So the first thing you need to do is open up the internet. Remember, I can use that shortcut to get to the Porter page. You can go the long way and you can go to Mrs. Jones' page all the way down at the bottom in the links section. You will be able to go to Prezi. So it's under Resources for All, Prezi. Once that opens up, it's going to ask you to sign in, log in. I'm going to tell you the password when you get here so we don't share that on the computer. Okay? Once I log in, I'm going to show you, first I'm going to show you a quick example I made, how cool it's going to look when you're finished, and then I'm going to show you how to make it. So here's my Prezi. It's about the Arctic ecosystem, the climate, the animals and plants that live in that ecosystem, and I also thought one of my interesting facts was about the location, and I included a map. So that's what your Prezi is going to look like when it's all finished. But the first thing you need to do is press New Prezi. Now this is where you'll give it a name, so Arctic Ecosystem. In the description, you're going to write by Mrs. Jones and your partner's name, Mrs. Rahimi. Okay? Then I'm going to press this button that says Create New Prezi. I have to use my star quality of patience because sometimes it takes a minute to load. Once it opens up, I have lots of choices to choose from, but the one I want you to choose today is turn it around or turn it around. Mrs. Jones did the turnaround 3D. You can do turn it around. Once you pick which one, you're going to press choose. Now, this looks similar to a PowerPoint if you've made a PowerPoint before, but it's a little bit more exciting because you can have pictures and zoom it and move it around. So all I have to do, it's telling me click to add text. So I have my mouse over it. I'm just going to double click. That means click it 2 times, and I'm going to write my title. When I write in title, I need to have both of the words uppercase because it's a title. Down here, if I want to change the color, I can pick a color. So because it's the Arctic, I might want to change it to blue because that reminds me of ice. Under click add text, I'm going under my title, I'm going to add my name. So I'm going to write by Mrs. Jones. And remember, we're having a partner, so my partner is Mrs. Rahimi. So both of our names are on our project. Now, in order to zoom in on these bubbles and put my facts, I need to click over here on slide 2. That's going to bring up my first bubble. Just like before, I'm going to double click to add the text. So I'm going to put living things on my first bubble. So I would type, and I'm going to type in complete sentences beginning with a capital, ending with a period. So one of my sentences could be polar bears, walruses, seals, fish, caribou, and Arctic foxes all live in the Arctic ecosystem. I need to make sure I end it with a period. Now, if I spell something wrong, it's going to give me a wiggly red line under it. If you right click your mouse, it's going to give you some choices and you can fix your words. So do your best to be a super speller and let the computer help you. So I think you need at least 3 sentences under each bubble. So my next sentence might be ice algae. Oh, I spelled it wrong, so I can right click and find the right way to spell it. Ice algae is a plant that survives under the ice in the Arctic ecosystem. Now I need one more sentence, and I might say, what is another animal I studied? I need to be looking at my research paper, and I can say, I'm having a hard time remembering. Fish also live in the waters of the Arctic ecosystem. There we go. Now, when I'm ready to move on to my next bubble, I'm just going to click here. Now, double click non-living things, and I'm going to type. The Arctic ecosystem is made up of mostly water and ice. Okay, and I could keep on going. So I have one sentence. I need my other sentence. I need my second sentence and my third sentence. When I finish with that, I'm going to go to my last bubble, and I'm going to make that interesting fact. And I am going to say the, oopsies, click away. If you accidentally delete your text, it's okay. You can just double click and you can start typing again. It will let you. Okay, so an interesting fact is the Arctic ecosystem can be found near the North Pole. Many countries make up the Arctic ecosystem. Okay, there I go. I have two interesting facts. Now, to go back to my whole screen, I would click up here, or I can click on this bubble, the big path, or this one. And I need to add some pictures. So I'm going to go to images. And first we're going to try from Google Images. I'm going to see what comes up. Oh, and then it's going to come up over to the right, and I'm going to find a picture that I like of the Arctic ecosystem. Then I'm going to say, okay. It's going to download it. I have to use my star quality of patience. And then once I click on it, I can move it around with a hand, or I can make it smaller. I don't want it to cover up my words, so I might have to do some moving around to make everything fit. So that would be perfect. If I want to zoom in and I saw a picture of a polar bear, that would be good. I'm going to click polar bear. Oh, and if I don't like that one, I can go down. I can find another one I might like. We only want to use ones, remember, that are real pictures, because this is a true nonfiction ecosystem. Okay, I'm going to wait patiently. And then, oh, if you click away, you just have to double click and it will bring it back. And I'm going to make it smaller so it fits. Oops, you have to grab the hand so it fits in my bubble. I want you to try to get 3 pictures on your Prezi today. So from Google Images, I'm going to look for Arctic Ocean and ice. Let's see if that brings up anything. Perfect. I'm going to press OK, because this is my non-living one. And then I'm going to double click it again and make it smaller so it fits in my bubble. Okay, when I'm ready to watch the whole thing, I can press this present button, and the arrows on the bottom will take me through my Prezi. Okay, now to get back, I'm going to press that home button or the magic ESC, escape. Once I'm done with that and I'm ready to go, I might need to save. So this button up here, this little door says save and close this Prezi. I'm going to press that. And I have to use my star quality of patience, something Mrs. Jones isn't so good at. And then my ecosystem research has been saved. The last thing you must do up in the right hand corner is sign out. Order Patriot, log out. Don't forget to do that because remember, whenever we put a password in, we have to sign out. I hope you have fun creating your Prezi, and I can't wait to learn all about your ecosystem.